Hi, this is Irma Grego from Senior Perspective, and today I have a group from the adult daycare services over at Peters Creek Church, and I would like to introduce my guests. They're the staff of the Brookwood Center. Patty Gilbert, she's the nurse and the site supervisor. Okay, and Diane Hart, and what's ADC stand for?
Activity Director Certified.
Okay, there we go. Okay, and then Dorothy Schultz and Loretta O'Brien. You're both program assistants. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now we'll be viewing a DVD with an introduction to Easter seals, and adult daycare is part of the organization. We will now see the DVD.
Easter seals? I don't know. What is that?
I don't know anything about Easter seals.
I really don't know anything about Easter seals.
Easter seals. Is that respiratory?
Oh, yeah. I've gotten some stuff in the mail from them. I don't know what it's for, though.
I think their sign is like a cross.
Easter seals been around for a long time, longer than you.
Heard of it, but don't know much about it.
Easter seals, they seem like they aren't as prevalent as they used to be when I was growing up.
And we used to sell them little Easter seal stamps.
I know the name, I just don't know anything about the organization.
What is Easter seals? Well, it's a lot of things to a lot of people. And in Western Pennsylvania, it provides services to over 20,000 families who are affected by a disability.
It's hard to get somebody else to take care of you when you're by yourself.
Our goal is to make sure that no one is alone. A helping hand is always within arm's reach. And hopefully, that brings love and happiness to our consumers and their families.
I owe my life to Easter seals, to tell you the truth. She comes here feeling she has a purpose. She's needed. It's just lifted a big load off my chest.
They do things that I can't necessarily do for my mom or with my mom because I'm at work all day. So that's probably the greatest benefit.
They got me up walking and therapy, and I had no place to go during the day, and my mom brought me here.
And new lifelong relationships form.
You get to know everybody. Everybody's a very small center. You get to know every single one of them. So it's been great. I love it here.
And where there is love, there is improvement.
Getting better, more independent.
They've answered so many prayers.
It's really been rewarding for me to know that I can walk out the door and I know she's going to be in a safe place.
I've been here for going on now 54 years. It's nice.
And there's not that many jobs for handicapped people. It's hard to get.
I love working because it fulfills my life.
That pretty much sums up our mission. That, as well as our sense of family.
Like we brothers and sisters and stuff like that. Family-wise, I hope we like a big family.
Trust, commitment, and care.
To me, Easter seals is all about helping these adults overcome their obstacles.
Whatever those obstacles are, we are ready for them.
And they are excellent group of people to work with.
Their limitations are only what we make them, not themselves. They think they can do anything, and they try to do it, believe me, they really do.
We love Easter seals, all my best.
All our best is helping our clients realize their potential.
It gives me a sense of purpose.
I thought it was never going to work again. I mean, 61-year-old guy out looking for a job who's, handicapped, doesn't have much of a chance out there. Easter seals gave me that chance, and here I am, loving it, really. So I feel a little bit of purpose in life now, which I didn't feel before, so it gave me kind of a better outlook.
As we get older and our families get older, we are less and less able to care for our children that have disabilities, and there has to be somewhere that provides a nurturing community-like environment for our folks to go to if there are no more family members.
It's me.
The families are much more comfortable. They know that we'll be here to take care of their son or daughter after they're no longer able to, or their family is no longer able to. So it's a vital need for individuals with disabilities.
What it is peace of mind and a loving home. What we all hope for in life. We are also hearing, language, and speech specialists for the young and old.
We provide hearing and speech services for people with communication disabilities.
I couldn't believe it myself, that I was missing all that.
Here at the Easter Seals North site, we work with children with special needs. And Heidi is a good example of that. When she first started here at Easter Seals, she couldn't walk or sit up on her own. And now she is doing this. Good job. Yay, Heidi. Back up a seat.
Okay, now that was a wonderful introduction to your Easter Seals. I didn't realize that there were so many opportunities for so many people and everything, and it was really wonderful, and I'm sure that the audience will love all that, and because it really covers a lot of things. So now we'll just talk a little bit about down at your daycare. No, day services. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now tell me about the Eastern Seals in West Virginia. West Virginia? Western Pennsylvania.
Easter Seals of Western Pennsylvania works with those people who have disabilities and their families to create a solution that changes their lives. Easter Seals of Western Pennsylvania has helped over 20,000 children and adults in the area. It's in 20 different counties, and they provide services for childhood through the aging.
Mm-hmm. How many can your facility handle? I mean, I'm throwing this one in on you.
Yes, you are. We are licensed for 64. 64. Mm-hmm. Right, because of the building and the large space that the church has provided for us.
Okay, do we talk about that later? Or how many do you have today?
We have 24 enrolled in the program.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, now, what services do you provide for the aged population?
Well, in Washington and Allegheny County, we provide services for adult senior citizens, and it's a great solution for for families that need our help. And it's to support families in caregiving. And it's a partner in caregiving for the families that have a loved one has memory or physical impairments.
That would be a wonderful, it'd be a blessing to anybody
Yes.
that would have anybody in the family that would be needing that
Sure is.
care. Tell me about your adult care services.
Well, at Brookwood Center and all the centers that Easter Seals has, it's a safe, caring place for people to come outside of their homes. So many family members work and they want to have their loved one, senior loved one at home with them, but they need somewhere for them to come, so they come to our center, and we have activities and different things for them to do there. So we try to help them with keeping the best of their abilities that they have right now.
You know, I think that's a wonderful service because a lot of these things you cannot do yourself at home.
Right.
And it helps everybody, really. So, and I hear a lot about, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that. Well, if they only try and have a little bit of supervision, I'm sure that they can do a lot more than what they think they can.
Right.
So, okay, who needs adult daycare services?
Well, if a person experiences or a family experiences some of the following problems, we can help. If you're concerned about leaving your loved one at home, we're a good place to be. If they have a desire to be with others and they don't like being at home and no one to talk to, we're there. You know, and they make new friends. They enjoy that part. Maybe they're depressed. Sometimes people are feeling isolated by themselves, and so they have new friends to make. So they enjoy that. And a lot of times after rehab, if they have rehabilitation and they need help following up on daily activities, whatever it may be, we're there and we can help them do that. And the other thing is if a caregiver's working or the spouse is working and they just want that security of knowing that their loved one's well cared for, then we can help there also. And if a person shows signs of memory loss, then we're good for that because we have a lot of activities to encourage memory, and just getting together really helps.
Just to talk to someone,
to help.
and it really helps just to be with somebody instead of staying at home alone.
Right,
And that's, that's wonderful. Okay, now, what's an Easter Seal adult daycare service program?
Well, Easter Seals, as you saw in the intro, is a national organization. We have a respected name that people know and understand, and our adult day services provide affordable care for families. We try to maintain the highest quality of care possible. We have individual care plans that we formulate for each person that's specifically targeted at their needs and their abilities. We also provide support to the family members. We're a shoulder to lean on, an ear that listens and helps them out.
For the family also?
Right, right, because they also need to be able to express their concerns.
It's a very hard job to be a caregiver,
Right.
and and you need all the help you can get.
Right. We also have some other abilities to provide some health services for them and help them with their activities of daily living. We are also able to facilitate them receiving some of the therapies in our facility.
How about medications? Do you control that for them, or can anybody tell me something about that?
Yes. How about the nurse?
The nurse will do fine.
We can give medications there. I am a registered nurse. And so if there are meds that are due any time between the hours that the person is attending, they are given and tracked. And so the family knows that indeed they were taken.
Because I know when my husband was, well, when I was a caregiver for him, and it was so hard to try to keep track of all the medications and everything that it was quite a job.
I'm sure.
And so, okay, you have here that there are several personal care homes and assisted living. What's that all about?
Actually, the point that we wanted to make with that question is that the adult day services provided by Easter Seals are all licensed through the Pennsylvania Department of Aging and are also monitored through the county. Therefore, there are certain things that we must maintain, which is the excuse me, the staff-client ratio has to be 1 to 5, 1 staff member to every 5 clients. All the staff are trained in first aid and CPR. They are mandated to accrue 8 hours of additional education. As Diane pointed out, we do provide a care plan for each individual according to their needs, whatever that is. And that is reviewed and gone over several times during the year. It can be updated whenever necessary. The personal care homes and the assisted living facilities that are in the area are sometimes needed by these families when they cannot provide the care required by each of the individuals. However, some of these facilities claim to have adult daycare services within them, and the difference is that they are not licensed through the Pennsylvania Department of Aging. So it's important to the families, if they ask that question when looking into a personal care setting or an assisted living area, and they are told that adult daycare is provided, the family needs to ask if it is a licensed program or not. The home itself is probably licensed, but not the adult day services that they provide.
That's very interesting. I mean, that's something I didn't know, and I'm sure a lot of people don't know.
Right.
And that's what we're here for, to let people know. Tell me about a typical day at Brookwood Center.
Well, I can do that. So,
okay.
My job is the activities coordinator at our adult day services, and what we try to do is to always focus on treating each individual with the respect and dignity that they deserve. We also try to tailor the activities each day to the needs of the people who are attending that day. We do so many different things. We provide for the whole person, their emotional, their mental, their physical, their spiritual needs. We focus on all of them, and we do educational programs. We have quite a few people who really enjoy learning new things, and so we offer them educational programs. We offer creative programming where they do things with arts and crafts. We try not to look like kindergarten children bringing a colored picture home every day, but try to do something that's meaningful to them. We also do things that stimulate their memory. We have reminiscing programs. We might bring in, just recently we brought in cleaning supplies and let them handle Felsnap, the soap, and a scrub brush to stimulate their memories of things that they did in the past. We have an exercise program each day. We also eat a lot. We have breakfast in the morning, a hot lunch, and a snack before they go home. And we try to do as many fun things as we can. We do entertaining and musical things. We also go on field trips, go out into a museum or a restaurant, or go to a ceramics place and paint a cup. Lots of different things like that.
That sounds wonderful. I mean, they're not just sitting there then.
No.
You keep them active. And,
all day. All day.
That'd be quite a job right there.
The quilt, Irma, that's hanging
yes, I was going to bring that up. Yes,
was a project that Diane did with the participants several years ago. Why don't you tell her about that?
Yes, well, I'm very interested in that.
Well, it's one
really
of those
beautiful
activities that we all get surprised at the end result, how nice
the
it turns out.
Yes, we gave each person a square of muslin and asked them to take it home and work with their families. And in doing so, it gave them a focus. Sometimes families don't know what to do with an older person, and it gave them a focus. And as you can see from the quilt, their ideas were so unique and individual and creative, but the idea was to focus on something from that person's life. and it's spectacular. Other thing I should mention to you is that we also do intergenerational things. And we have homeschool children who come in because they're available in the daytime hours when we are there, and they come in and do activities with us. And we also occasionally, not as often as we'd like, get students from Peters Township and from the high school community service classes who come in and do their community service projects with us. And that has been awesome. In fact, our biggest success story is one of those students is now employed at our center. We're looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. The interest, you planted the seed, and the interest grew, and that's wonderful. But that quilt is really beautiful. I mean, so many wonderful ideas and all that. And they put their own names on there then, or something like that?
And reflective of their personalities, their achievements, their accomplishments. You see a Purple Heart with a gold star in it. It was one of our World War II vets.
That's something to really be proud of. And do you display it at the center or something then?
Yeah,
and they pick out what they've done? So, you know, that gives them an incentive of, see what I can do.
Right.
And that's a wonderful thing for them to do, to know that they are still useful. And that's, I guess I'm getting off the subject here a little bit.
No, actually that's good, because it is one of our goals to make sure that each individual knows that they still have a purpose in life. And, you know, just because they have a disability, whether it's physical or mental, they're still needed to be around. And they can do things like show little children how to color inside the lines, or point out the quilt. And this is what I did when I was younger. I played bingo, I played cards, I loved horses, whatever it is that it shows.
It's very, I mean, we could go on and on about that, really.
Probably. You could take each individual square and talk about each person.
Yeah. So, and I see you have some pictures here. Can you tell me something about those?
That is simply our trifold board that we do take places when we talk about the adult day service. If everybody is going to be at Peters Township Community Day, they'll see it at our booth. And just show some pictures of activities that do go on.
Well, this just isn't at Brookwood then. This is, are these all just
Brookwood,
done, all
yes.
done at Brookwood?
Yes, yes.
So, that's wonderful. And that'll be something very nice to look forward to at Community Day. So, tell us about one of your individuals attending the program and how it changed his life. Who's going to tell me that story?
I guess I can start.
Okay.
One lady, I remember when she came in, she's a spunky little lady. Really enjoyed her, but she came in, her daughter needed to work. And she needed the socialization that we offered, and she was a little depressed and, you know, was by herself, and she needed to be able to get around other people. But she loved life, and she loved it at Brookwood, and she would go home and tell her family and friends all about us. And she'd tell us that. I told everyone, you know, you ought to come to Brookwood. And she enjoyed everything there. Yes. Very spunky.
Yeah. Can anybody else tell me something a little more about that? Or
well, we had a person that was pretty reluctant to come.
Well, I think you find
not
that
sure
a lot.
what to expect, and which is with a lot of the people that come. We encourage families to bring their loved one to see us first, to before they sign up, just to get a tour and see what we actually do and visit with us for a while. But this person was very reluctant to come, but after a while coming, a couple days a week and now 3 days a week, this person enjoys coming and is very helpful and just helps the other participants. So that's
just
typical of
push
things.
in the right direction.
Right, exactly. Just get your foot in the door and you find out we're a pretty good place to come to.
Yeah.
Many of them hesitate joining our group.
Well, they don't know what to expect.
They don't know what to expect, but I can say that after just a week or two, they're feeling very comfortable and very welcomed, and most times make a lot of friends who look forward to seeing them. And when they're not there, we always get questions. You know, where are they? Are they sick? Are they okay? Are they coming back? And oh, it's wonderful to see
they
the
become
close.
almost like a family.
They
Yes.
do,
And
absolutely.
Oh, it's just really interesting. And that, so
Diane, you want to?
Yeah, Diane.
I'll tell you about probably one of my favorite stories. I've got two, but
you got two. You have time for two.
We had a woman who came in who was very frightened about coming, very depressed, and when we would approach her, she'd just withdraw into herself. You could just see her shrinking down into herself. She didn't like to be touched or anything. And over the course of time, she now comes in and gives us a hug. And I think that's the biggest indication of how much benefit she's receiving from being in the program.
Do you have a story, Dorothy?
Oh, I had that one about the gentleman, but I wanted to add that it's a lot for the family members too, the caregivers. You were talking about that before, because like Loretta said earlier, a lot of them work outside the home and they need somewhere for their family member to be that was a safe place. But also they need a place, you know, when you're the caregiver and you have a doctor's appointment you need to go to, or just to go grocery shopping or get your hair done, or out to lunch, or just to relax. Caregiving is a hard job, and we're there to give the caregiver a break also.
If a family is interested in adult daycare services, what do they need to do? You can tell me about that.
They need to contact us. I might as well give the phone number.
Do you have the phone number?
Yes, I do. 724-942-4511. And if they set up a time to come in and take a tour of the building, like Dorothy had offered, and then there is a physical that needs to be completed, including a TB test and an assessment that needs to be done. That whole process could take maybe 2 to 3 weeks, and then they can start. We are located at 250 Brookwood Road. You can either get to us from McMurray or from Sugar Camp. I think it's fairly simple, and all are welcome. Any questions at all, people should feel free to call us.
Well, perhaps we could maybe later on put the phone number on the screen there or something that, you know, for people to see. And that. So this was the reason I wanted to interview you, because I know of several people that should be coming to your place, and I'm having a hard time convincing them. So I hope they watch this.
I hope you're watching.
Does anybody else have something for in a couple of seconds that they would like to relate, or anything you can think of off the top of your head?
I think my mother could have used this for her mother. Yes, and I'm sure there's a lot of other families out there just like my mother.
I know it would have helped me a lot when my husband was so ill, because I was caregiver for about 10 years, and it was really, you know, it was a tough time. So anyhow, I want to thank all of you for coming, and I'm sure that this will help somebody. And that's so. Thanks again.
Thank you, Irma. Thank you for the opportunity.
This is Irma Grego from Senior Perspective.